Hello everybody and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. In this one we're going to be going over Wolverine. A lot of people don't think too highly of Wolverine, but I think they maybe just haven't gotten to figure him out yet. Well, I agree his role is really weird. As his saying is, he's the best at what he does, and what he does isn't very nice. Let's just get right into him. Wolverine's primary attack is called Savage Claw. Slash with adamantium claws or a claw strike. Unleashing Feral Leap will enhance it to Berserk Claw Strike for a brief period of time. Now there's a lot of text on this, and I'm gonna be honest for right now, you don't need to know about half of it until later. Wolverine's basic attack is a normal punch, or slash, with his claws. We won't worry about his other forms of slashes until later on. One thing to note about Wolverine in general is most of his attacks actually scale off of how much maximum health the person you're hitting is, making Wolverine feel like he doesn't do any damage if he's hitting someone squishy, and making him hit really hard if he's hitting a tank. Because of this, it puts him in a unique position where he's actually a pretty decent tank assassin. That is mainly thanks to his first passive ability, Berserker Rage. Rage builds when Wolverine attacks or takes hits, boosting the damage of his claw strikes and the bonus health he gets from Regenerative Healing Factor. So we might as well go over that passive ability too. Regenerative Healing Factor begins to heal and rise with a hefty healing bonus. Shaking off all the debuffs after a brief moment, any remaining bonus health morphs into a one-off heal. Zeroing out his rage, assists and KOs reduce this cooldown. I know I went over a lot really fast there, but these things all kind of tie together. So let's go over his Berserker Rage mechanic first. When either attacking or taking damage, this little meter underneath the crosshair fills up. Once it is filled, Wolverine will do more damage based on people's maximum health. Another thing this does is help his other passive, Regenerative Healing Factor. If Wolverine's health were to hit 0 and this passive activates, Wolverine will be granted a large overshield. After a certain amount of time, if that overshield isn't broken, Wolverine will turn all of it into health, and depending on how much rage he has built up, will gain a little bit more health on top of that. Alright, all the confusing stuff out of the way. His next ability is called Vicious Rampage. Dash forward and unleash a claw strike. This ability is pretty self-explanatory. You push the button and Wolverine will dash forward and hit people with a claw strike. Personally, I would use this more as a dash than an actual damage because depending on your rage meter, this thing does very little. So maybe just use it to get a quick jab in between his basic attacks, or just use it to run away. His next ability is called Undying Animal. Unleash a fierce howl to briefly reduce incoming damage. This ability is a lot stronger than it actually seems. Pushing it, he does a howl and kind of gets his gray effect on him. The howl lasts for 5 seconds. It actually reduces his damage taken by 50%. That's right, if you take 100 damage, you will then take 50. And while it does have a decently long cooldown, it's not so long that it doesn't make it actually really strong to be using before or during a fight. I have a love-hate relationship with this next ability called Feral Leap. Leap like an animal to snatch the first enemy upon impact and smash them into the ground. Unleashing this ability will enhance his normal attack into Berserk Claw Strike for a brief period of time. The reason I have a love-hate relationship with this ability is, one, it feels actually kind of cool when you hit it. The reason I don't really like it is it's so weird to hit. Pressing the button, Wolverine will launch himself forward, kind of like Superman. He can pick up enemies or just land on them. The problem I have with it is, sometimes when you're about to hit someone point blank with it, this short king will just jump right over people's heads, making it kind of weird to hit sometimes. But if you hit it successfully or just land it in general, while you have this little red crosshair over your normal crosshair, Wolverine will do a Berserker Strike, an upgraded form of his basic attack. Again, this doesn't do a whole lot of damage on more squishy targets, but it's cool. You can also grab people out of the air if you really want to. So since Wolverine kind of struggles with taking out squishier targets sometimes, or if you want to kill a tank extra fast, the strat you can actually do is you can dash behind them and then leap at them to push them back into your team. Another cool trick with this attack is you can actually spin them in the air if you want to get fancy with it. Not only is this just kind of funny, but it actually spins them around and makes it so when you land, they're facing the wrong direction, making them just kind of go, oh, what the heck's going on here? Giving you those little extra time periods to just wail on people. Here come our next victims. Wolverine's ultimate ability is called Last Stand. Launch up enemies ahead and spiral through the air, sweeping up enemies along the path and delivering a devastating impact on the landing point. Impact deals extra damage based on rage accumulated. Pressing the button, Wolverine will launch enemies up into the air. After a short amount of airtime, Wolverine will dash forward. Note that you have to be looking at the ground for this to activate and aim properly. If you're not looking at the ground and seeing where you land, you might not do anything. Wolverine will grab anyone in his path and bring them to the spot, landing, dealing an okay amount of damage. In my opinion, this ultimate is not the best. It's kind of weird to hit, you have to aim a lot, and it just overall doesn't do that much damage even with full rage. I don't know, maybe I just don't know something about it. If you guys think it's a really good ultimate, let me know down in the comments what I'm doing wrong.
You're out of your league, bub.
Wolverine has one team-up ability with Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, called Fastball Special. Wolverine and Hulk can interact with each other. Once both parties confirm, Hulk can lift Wolverine and press the key to hurl him forward. Once Hulk and Wolverine are on the same team as each other, they both gain access to a new ability. When they both press the ability to confirm that they both want to do it, Hulk will pick up Wolverine and has the ability to throw him in any direction. This instantly makes him go into his shift ability where he leaps. It's nothing super special. It's kind of funny though. And that's everything you need to know about Wolverine. What do you guys think of Wolverine? Do you agree with the hate he's getting? I personally think it's a little early to be demanding that he gets swapped over to a tank, but here we are. If you guys learned anything or liked the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel. I got a bunch of other guides on the channel as well if you want to check those out. If not, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.